What's going on, conquistadors? It is Scotty the Chunky Spaniard, and welcome back to Round Like Me, the channel where we talk about a lot of well-rounded things. And it is Tuesday, which means it's time for a Tunes on a Tuesday, but it's not our usual Tunes on a Tuesday. You may have noticed that the videos are a little shorter than they have been. I was throwing out these 20-minute videos where I would just ramble on and on and on. Which Ramble On, great song by Led Zeppelin. We're not picking out like a particular artist. We're not going down a path of talking about a specific artist. I'm trying to figure out how to make Tunes on a Tuesday more interesting because still one of the lowest viewed videos-ishness on my channel. And that's okay, but I want people to enjoy music and I want people to like music, and I want you to check out the music I'm talking about. So check it out, please. Check it out. Beastie Boys. Oh man, my computer's possessed. I don't know what's going on. Valentine's Day, 15 days away. That's just a little over 2 weeks. Oh my gosh, and you gotta start planning. You gotta start prepping. If you are the hopeless romantic that I have always been, this is a big day. Valentine's Day is a big day. So today's Tunes on a Tuesday is all about do's and don'ts musically for Valentine's Day. Don't be me. Don't be me. Don't be past me, right? The little scrawny Scotty from the past. Because, man, so many mistakes. Learn from my mistakes. It's why I tell my stories on a Sunday. It's why I tell my students my stories. So don't be me. Now, as I was saying, Valentine's Day for me, back in the day, was always this day of like these grand sweeping gestures. And I really, really wish I would have thought about it, or I had someone in my ear saying, don't do this. This almost is like going back to a don't be that guy, but don't be this guy. Grand sweeping gestures. I was the king of mixtapes and the king of ballads. Oh my gosh, I don't know why. I think some of us are just wired that way. Instantly, like, you ask me for a good ballad, especially back then, I'm throwing out like, okay, we got Chicago, you got some Richard Marx, you got some Journey, you throw it all together, you got just one amazing mixtape expressing all of your emotions. Putting forth that love, letting the person that is special to you know how much they really mean to you. It was so important for me to put that out there. And I wish I hadn't at times. Great songs. I remember watching Karate Kid Part 2. Even Karate Kid Part 1. I wanted Daniel and Allie to be together so bad. I wanted to work out. I'm like, why are these people messing with them? No. The karate part was cool too, but I was just like, the story just got to me. And then, oh my gosh, Peter Cetera. If you do not know who Peter Cetera was, he sang with Chicago for a while. Peter Cetera sang Glory of Love on Karate Kid Part 2. It was like the theme to Karate Kid Part 2. And Peter Cetera was a singer for Chicago for a while. Go back and listen to some of their biggest hits. But that song just like was a punch to the gut. It was just a heartbreaker, and for some reason I've always loved those songs that just destroy you inside. I don't know why. They just really like have spoken to me. They speak to me. But Peter Cetera, Glory of Love, that song was like probably on every single tape I gave to a girl back in the day. Oh my gosh, it was crazy. King of the ballads. I'm telling you, king of the ballads. Now, the big mistake that I made back in the day was most of the time these girls that I pined for, or these girls that I was, you know, that I thought this was gonna be the one. I thought this girl was gonna be my soulmate. She probably knew I was a human that existed on campus, but had no clue. She didn't know anything about my personality. She probably had never heard my voice, which is annoying. And she had no clue that I was even interested. You can't use Valentine's Day as that one day to express your true love to someone who hardly even knows you exist and you've never actually had a conversation with. Do not do this. Do not make a playlist or a mixtape or a CD or whatever you would do nowadays, because things are so different. But don't do it. Because I know what you're thinking. If you're that kind of a person, if you're that kind of a person that thinks, if I just give them this, it's going to turn things around. What you're thinking is, if I give this girl this tape, this cassette that has Richard Marx on it right here waiting, and I have some Chicago, and I have Faithfully. Oh my gosh, my journey. Oh gosh, dude, such an Open Arms. Oh, but do with open arms. What she's gonna do, she's gonna realize I am her soulmate. She's gonna think and realize and be like, oh my gosh, where has he been all my life? These songs are amazing. They speak to me. And she's gonna come out of her next class, swing the door open and be like, Scotty, it was you all along, not the college guy I'm currently dating. True story, happened. Not the swinging of the door, not the swinging of the door and like realizing I was the one, but this girl that I really liked in high school was dating a guy in college, and how am I gonna compete with that? But do not do these sweeping grand gestures of these things with people that don't know you exist. So here's my advice. Here's a little tip. If you're going to give a girl music, maybe because let's be honest, you've been stalking this person that you were interested in for a very long time on whatever social media platforms they use all across the board. You know what they're into. Give them a CD, or I don't know, buy them an iTunes gift card and say, this is for your favorite artist. Insert favorite artist here. And make that the grand gesture. If you're gonna do it, like, hey, I noticed you're into this kind of music. I love Bruno Mars as well. He's like major Grammy winner now. Go get his new album. And then she's like, I already have his new album. So then you're like, okay, well, how about, you know what? Like, let's talk music. Like, find a common ground. Usually if you're in a class, that's a great way to kind of like start a conversation. But if you're really thinking of it, you're gonna go for it, regardless of what the Chunky Spaniard says. You're like, no, I know you made these mistakes. I am not you. I am going for this. Then, you know, find some music that you both can share. Do not, whatever you do not put like tragic breakup songs and things. Even if it's a ballad and it's a great song, you gotta be careful. Like, look at the charts. We're gonna take a look at the charts real quick. So taking a quick look at the charts, I've mentioned this song way too much already, but Perfect by Ed Sheeran is number 2 on Billboard's like Hot 100 right now. Still, it's still a valid song, and it's still the one that if you're really gonna express how you feel, go with some Perfect. Maybe even the acoustic version. But Perfect, good track. I mean, even Ed Sheeran's album, my gosh, unless the girl is really not into acoustic, maybe buy Ed Sheeran's entire album for them. Maybe they'll like that. You know, maybe pick out a couple tracks and be like, hey, I really like these tracks on this album. That's a good way. Don't say these tracks make me think of you. Oh, you're on shaky ground right there, my friend. Do not say Perfect makes me think of you. It's a creep, because never had a real conversation. I'm abbreviating so much because I'm so frustrated. Okay, but number 2, Billboard Top 100. Let's see what else is on the Top 100. Okay, here's what you don't want to put on there. Number 5, Bad at Love by Halsey. Do not put Bad at Love on there. That's sending the wrong message. Oh my gosh. Man, the Top 100 is like filled with all these songs you would not want to put on there. Number 9, Sam Smith, Too Good at Goodbyes. Don't put Too Good at Goodbyes. I'm too good at goodbyes. You're sending a real wrong message like, hey, I'm really good at this, and, you know, I'm wooing you right now. I don't even know if people use the word woo anymore. They don't even use Wu-Tang Clan anymore. But I'm wooing you right now. But I'm really good at goodbyes. Wrong message. Let's see. Wow, who's this Lil Pump guy? Looks like he rolled his hair in like hot Cheetos. I don't know. That's really bad. Meant to Be by Bebe Rexha. Bebe Rexha. And Florida Georgia Line. Oh, that's a good track. I do like that song. That is a good one. I don't know. I haven't listened to it in a while, but I remember it's a good tune. Okay. Another sidebar. You gonna go ballad? Go country. I mean, country is the new pop, to be honest. Like, there aren't really good pop artists out there. Bruno Mars is like pop. Charlie Puth, he's good. He's pretty cool. He's got some cool like old R&B soul sounds to what he's doing. But dang, man. Like, yeah, if you want pop, you gotta go country now. But 90s country had by far the best ballads. Oh, Garth Brooks, man. Don't throw If Tomorrow Never Comes in there. That's stepping over that line of like, we're just getting to know each other, but if tomorrow never comes, well, you know how much I love you. Great song. Not sending the right message before Valentine's Day or on Valentine's Day, especially if this is new love. I need to come out with my own track called New Love. Just for Valentine's Day. Call it the Valentine's Day mix. But that sounds like candy, like a bunch of candy. Ed Sheeran again, Shape of You. Don't use it. Don't use Shape of You. I'm in love with the Shape of You. So stalkerish, so creepy. Then the person's gonna be looking over their shoulder nonstop, wondering if you're staring at them wherever they go. No. Then you're moving into like police territory every breath you take. Don't put that one on there. Great, another great song. Don't put it on there. So what has this Tunes on a Tuesday been about? It's been about learning from my mistakes. I went full overboard, every rock ballad, every ballad you could ever think of on these mixtapes for these people when I was, you know, looking for a relationship, when I was bad at love, to call it back. But it's not the right way to go about things. Find a common ground. If the person you're into is into Fall Out Boy, hey, have you checked out the new Fall Out Boy? We should listen to it sometime. What are some of your favorite tracks? That's a great entry point. A lot of the videos coming up are going to be about Valentine's Day and relationships and where I made mistakes and things like that. But for this Tunes on a Tuesday, I hope you enjoyed this little trip down memory lane for myself and how I was the ballad king. I'm going to go listen to some Richard Marx and some Chicago on the way home because I got Journey's always in my head. Join me on Thursday where I'm going to answer some questions for some students, give you some more advice, and there may be some more videos leading up to Valentine's Day that are not in our normal schedule of Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. That's my plan. But, as we know, plans change from Sunday's video. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. If you have not subscribed and you're watching this, and you want to see more craziness from me, like more of this stuff, I'm not crazy like, hey, let's go to a forest and stuff. Even though our school production is into the woods right now. Hashtag the Logan Paul story. Remember, conquistadors, to be a better person tomorrow than you were today, because there's always room for improvement. I'll see you next time on Round Like Me. I'm Scotty, Chunky Spaniard. Be good people. Man, make this world a better place. Take care. Bye.